When focusing on a task, it's important that the subject finds a distraction-free place to complete it. But sometimes, the very distractions, internal and external, displace one from the attention needed to get things done. Often, a person can find themselves drifting off into a daydream. It can start simply with a reminder, such as someone going over homework answers in a math class with their teacher.
Say Johnny has 20 apples and gives 5 to his friend. How many apples does Johnny have now?
An apple sounds good right now. I'm hungry. I forgot to eat breakfast. You know what sounds even better? A salad. I think I'll make that for dinner tonight. But I don't have any ingredients for the salad, so I'll need to run to the store on my way home. My kitchen is messy, so I need to clean it before I make the salad. Wait, that reminds me. I need to get dish soap. I should also get that from the store.
What answer did you get?
Dish soap?
What the student just experienced was mind wandering, an internal distraction that is a collection of thoughts, including daydreams, ruminations, or contemplations that come up unrelated to the on-hand task. The technical term for these internal distractions is task-unrelated thoughts. These are uncontrolled thoughts or mental images that occur during an activity and divert the mind from the task at hand.
In previous studies, generalizations about the occurrence of these unrelated thoughts indicate that 30 to 50% of the average person's day while awake is spent mind-wandering.
The experience of mind wandering is a phenomenon in which one's attention shifts away from the physical stimulus to inward thoughts. A wandering mind can be good in some cases, such as when brainstorming ideas contributing to creativity. However, it can also result in poor performance on tasks related to academic performance, working memory, comprehension, reading, and attentional control.
Studies on mind wandering sought to identify the frequency of task-unrelated thoughts as a function of task difficulty.
The presumption of task-unrelated thoughts has been considered influenced by the theory of executive resources, which holds that information must be actively processed. When two resources, such as an external task and a task-unrelated thought, are at the front, they compete for these executive resources.
Experiencing mind wandering in the classroom can also be predicted by how interested a person is in the given subject. A person's interest in the given topic can influence their attention level. Highly motivated individuals are more likely to experience a reduction in mind wandering. Students who are less interested in the topic of discussion are more likely to experience boredom, attentional difficulties, and mind wandering.
The difficulty of a given task has also been evaluated to show how often a person's mind wanders at different levels of task complexity. During easier tasks, task-unrelated thoughts are more likely to occur because the cognitive demand is low, leaving excess mental resources available. In completing a more challenging task, individuals have shown that the pervasiveness of task-unrelated thoughts leading to mind wandering is due to a surcharge in cognitive resources, resulting in more related thoughts due to attentional failure. In order to avoid mind wandering, a task must be engaging enough to capture one's attention, but also be within one's ability to complete, as long as it's not too challenging to the individual.
Events in one's daily life can be signaled by both internal and external experiences, which can trigger mind wandering. Stressful situations are associated with higher rates of mind wandering, as well as the feelings of boredom, happiness, and difficulty concentrating.
Although mind wandering has its costs, as it can lead to the attention off task, findings suggest that mind wandering can be seen as a positive attribute, with future and creative-oriented thoughts being beneficial. When the mind wanders, one can engage in future-oriented thinking, such as planning goals. Mind wandering can also be used for creative problem-solving regarding past incidents, as it allows for us to reflect on our past problems and generate ideas for how we would solve them if they were to occur again.
Having a wandering mind can seem like a negative thing, but in some cases, being able to mind wander allows us to think about the future and set goals. Final conclusions. Mind wandering is an internal distraction, a collection of thoughts or daydreams that can occur while completing a task. These thoughts are usually unrelated to the task at hand and can in turn divert us from the task we are completing. These unrelated thoughts can lead to poorer performance and attentional lapses when we are less interested in the task or when it is seen as too easy or boring. Having a wandering mind can seem like a negative thing, but in some cases, mind wandering allows us to think about the future and set goals. By creating an environment that grabs our interest and holds our attention, we can best avoid mind wandering and stay on task.